Hi everyone! Welcome to the lesson that we will compare Python 2 and Python 3 versions. Before the installation of Python, I want to mention about something really important. Maybe most of you know that, but I want to explain that for absolute beginners in Python. Actually, there are two major versions of Python. One of it's Python 2x and the other one is Python 3x. One of the big debate amongst the people who wants to learn Python is which version they should learn. If you have looked up any information about Python programming language before you started this course, I'm sure you have encountered on questions and arguments of both sides that talk about which version of Python you should use, Python 2 or Python 3. The eternal debate. Online forums are full of people saying you should use Python 2 because of this or Python 3 because of that. But in reality, I strongly suggest you to use just Python 3x versions. Now I am going to explain why. So why should you learn Python 3? Actually, according to the Python core developer team, Python 3x is the present and the future of the language. In this course, you are going to learn the latest version of Python 3x. It brings a lot of improvements, new features, and some new tips and tricks. Since the official end-of-life date for the Python 2 series is 2020, which means you will be able to take support from the community just for a short time. After that, you'll have to find the other ways to get support for these series, and some new vulnerabilities can always arise. In addition to these reasons that I mentioned before, you want to move Python 3 because there have been lots of improvements in the language. As a beginner, one of the major differences that you will notice is that integer division is much simpler and stronger in Python 3 and changed print statement with a built-in function in Python 3. Some of other reasons are including asynchronous support, better exception handling, more Unicode support, and being able to mix tabs and spaces. Python 3 also gives you function annotations and range memory objects which are significantly more memory efficient. Don't worry, we are going to see all of them in our next lessons in detail. So, why should you learn Python 2? Actually, I think you shouldn't. In the early days of Python 2, there were more documentation and library support related with Python 2. That means it provided a good support for the developers. But since Python 2 is going to reach to the end of its life cycle in 2020, almost all libraries started to support and created documentation for Python 3. Coming very soon, there will be no future improvements, no new features, and no security or bug fixes for Python 2x versions. So it's better to spend your time for learning Python 3x versions. When all these reasons are considered, it will be much better for you to learn Python 3. Even so, I will try to mention about the differences between Python 2 and Python 3 as we move forward in our discourse. So in this course, as we said before, we are going to learn Python 3x versions, which has much more advantages. So let's go ahead and install Python 3 version.